In a world that often pressures us to conform, daring to stand alone is an act of quiet rebellion. It's a commitment to think for yourself, to forge your own path, and to live a life true to your own values. This isn't about ego or self-obsession, it's about honoring the unique perspective you bring to the world. It's about recognizing that your individuality is a gift, one that deserves to be nurtured and shared. The truth is, the world doesn't need more followers, it needs more leaders, more innovators, more people who are willing to see things differently. When you embrace your individuality, you unlock a wellspring of creativity and potential within yourself. You become capable of making a real difference not only in your own life but also in the lives of others. So take a stand for yourself, embrace your uniqueness, and let it be your guiding light. The path of independent thinking isn't always easy. It takes courage to stand apart from the crowd, to question the status quo, and to chart your own course. But the rewards are immeasurable. When you live in alignment with your authentic self, you experience a sense of freedom and fulfillment that can't be replicated any other way. So dare to be different, dare to think for yourself. The world needs what you have to offer. Why is individuality so important, you ask? In a world saturated with information and opinions, it's easy to feel like your voice doesn't matter, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Your unique perspective, shaped by your experiences, values, and beliefs, is invaluable. It's what allows you to see the world differently, to offer fresh solutions, and to challenge conventional thinking. Imagine a world where everyone conformed to the same ideas, the same beliefs, the same way of life. It would be a stagnant world, devoid of progress and innovation. Individuality is the engine that drives progress. When we embrace our differences and allow ourselves to think independently, we open up possibilities that wouldn't exist otherwise. Think of every groundbreaking invention, every work of art that moved you, every solution to a complex problem. Behind each of these achievements lies an individual who dared to think differently, who challenged the norm, and who brought their unique perspective to the table. Your individuality has the power to do the same. So, how do we cultivate this independent thinking? How do we break free from the mold of conformity and embrace our unique selves? It starts with a conscious decision, a commitment to question everything and to think for yourself. It's about recognizing that the popular opinion isn't always the right one, and that there's power in forging your own path. One of the first steps is to become aware of the influences that shape your thinking. From a young age, we're bombarded with messages about who we should be, what we should believe, and how we should live our lives. These messages come from our families, our friends, the media, and society at large. While these influences aren't inherently bad, it's important to examine them critically and to determine whether they align with our own values and aspirations. Start by questioning the assumptions you hold. Why do you believe what you believe? Is it based on your own experiences and reasoning, or is it something you've adopted from others without giving it much thought? The goal is not to discard everything you've been taught, but rather to examine it with a critical eye and to make conscious choices about what you choose to believe and how you choose to live. Challenge yourself to question the status quo. Just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean it's the best way. Don't be afraid to ask why, even when it feels uncomfortable. Curiosity and a willingness to challenge assumptions are essential for independent thinking. Seek out information from a variety of sources. Don't limit yourself to a single news outlet, a single social media platform, or a single echo chamber of opinions that confirm what you already believe. Expose yourself to different perspectives, even those you might initially disagree with. The goal is to broaden your understanding and to challenge your own biases. Engage in thoughtful discussions with people who hold different views. Listen actively to what they have to say, and try to understand their perspective, even if you don't agree with it. Civil discourse and the ability to engage with opposing viewpoints are crucial for developing critical thinking skills and for fostering empathy and understanding. Remember that independent thinking isn't about isolating yourself from others. It's about engaging with the world in a more mindful and discerning way. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who inspire you to think differently, and who encourage you to grow. Don't be afraid to be the one who asks the questions that no one else is asking. The most groundbreaking ideas often come from those who are willing to challenge the status quo and to look at things from a different angle. Embrace your curiosity and your desire to understand the world around you. Independent thinking is an ongoing process, not a destination. It's about constantly questioning, exploring, and evolving your understanding of the world. Embrace the journey, and don't be afraid to change your mind when presented with new information or a compelling argument. The path of independent thinking isn't always easy. It requires courage to challenge the norm, to question what you've been taught, and to potentially face criticism or opposition. There will be times when you feel uncomfortable, uncertain, and even afraid. Embrace these feelings as part of the process. Failure is an inevitable part of growth and learning. When you step outside of your comfort zone and challenge yourself to think differently, you're bound to make mistakes along the way. Embrace these mistakes as opportunities for learning and growth. Analyze what went wrong, adjust your approach, and keep moving forward. Don't be afraid to experiment with different ideas and approaches. The beauty of independent thinking is that there's no right or wrong answer. It's about finding what works best for you and your unique circumstances. Embrace a spirit of experimentation and allow yourself to learn and grow from your experiences. As you cultivate your independent thinking skills, you'll develop a stronger sense of self-trust. You'll learn to listen to your own intuition and to make decisions that feel right for you, even when they go against the grain. Trust your gut, and don't be afraid to follow your own path. Remember that you don't need anyone's permission to think for yourself. Your thoughts, your ideas, and your beliefs are valid, even if they're not shared by everyone around you. Own your individuality, and don't be afraid to let your unique light shine. The more you trust your own judgment, the more confident you'll become in your ability to navigate the complexities of life. You'll be less reliant on the opinions of others and more empowered to make choices that are aligned with your values and aspirations. While there's strength in standing alone, it's also important to find your tribe, a community of like-minded individuals who support your journey of independent thinking. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who inspire you, and who encourage you to grow. Seek out mentors, teachers, and friends who value critical thinking, open-mindedness, and intellectual curiosity. Engage in meaningful conversations, share ideas, and learn from one another's experiences. The support and encouragement of a like-minded community can make all the difference in your journey of personal growth. Remember that your tribe doesn't have to be limited to people you know personally. Connect with online communities, join book clubs, and attend workshops and conferences that align with your interests. The world is full of people who are passionate about learning, growing, and challenging the status quo. There will be times when your independent thinking is met with resistance. People may disagree with you, criticize your views, or even try to discourage you from thinking for yourself. It's important to remember that you don't need to convince anyone of your rightness. Stand tall in your convictions even when it's uncomfortable. Share your perspective with respect and openness, but don't feel the need to defend your views or to engage in arguments that are unlikely to be productive. Remember that true strength lies in staying true to yourself, even in the face of opposition. The more you practice standing firm in your beliefs, the easier it will become. You'll develop a sense of inner resilience that will allow you to weather any storm. Remember that your voice matters, and your perspective has the power to make a difference in the world. One of the most powerful ways to inspire others to embrace their own individuality is to lead by example. When you live authentically and embrace your unique self, you give others permission to do the same. Your courage and conviction can be a source of inspiration for those who are still finding their own voice. Share your story. Let people know about your journey of independent thinking, the challenges you've faced, and the rewards you've reaped. Your authenticity can be a beacon of hope for others who are struggling to break free from the mold of conformity. Mentorship can be a powerful tool for fostering independent thinking in others. Share your knowledge, your experiences, and your insights with those who are eager to learn and grow. Encourage them to question, to explore, and to find their own path. The journey of independent thinking is a lifelong adventure. It's a commitment to continuous learning, growth, and self-discovery. Embrace the unknown, and don't be afraid to forge your own path. The world needs your individuality, your unique perspective, and your willingness to stand up for what you believe in. Remember that the path less traveled is often the most rewarding. It's on this path that you'll discover your true potential, find your purpose, and make a real difference in the world. So, dare to stand alone, dare to think for yourself, and dare to embrace the extraordinary power of your own individuality. The world is waiting for you to share your gifts.